Hey everyone, I've got a new meal prep video for you today, obviously, so I'm just going to show you some of the recipes I've been having at the moment. First up, just starting with a breakfast bake, so I'm going to preheat my oven to 190°C, which is around 370 Fahrenheit. This made me 3 servings, but I didn't eat the servings whole, I kind of split them up, so I would say a better guess is like 4 to 5 servings for this one. Now I have still been eating really low carb. I've even switched it lower again so that I'm in a state of ketosis. I will cover more of that in my PCOS vlogs for any of you who follow along and are interested to know more about that. But it does mean that I'm eating a bit differently than I was, say, like a year ago. Whereas a year ago I could have a lot of like vegan, vegetarian options, stuff that was a lot higher in carbohydrates. Well, I thought I could have that, but it turns out I couldn't. So a lot of the things I'm eating now are very high in fats. They have a moderate amount of protein and are quite low in carbohydrates. And I'm finding that my body is responding really, really well to that. Just gonna bake that one for about 35 minutes. And this one was just an experiment. It turned out okay, like I like it, but I'm gonna make a few tweaks before I put the recipe for this one up on the blog. So starting off with a cup of almonds, just put them in a hot pan and cook them a little until you can smell that like nutty flavor. Then I'm gonna pop them in a food processor and add in 2 scoops of stevia. And then a tablespoon of coconut oil, and I'm going to process it again until it's like a nutty paste mix. Separately, I'm going to take 2 tablespoons of ghee and melt them down, and 1/3 cup of heavy cream. If you told me a year ago I'd be eating heavy cream and ghee, I wouldn't have believed you. But anyway, it really helps me hit my calorie and my fat limits for the day. It's kind of why I've started adding a little bit of dairy stuff back in, because it does make it easier to get enough calories, because with keto it's really easy to undereat, so I just need to make sure I'm getting enough throughout the day, especially with how much I exercise as well. Take a slim tray, probably one that's slimmer than this, but this is just what I had handy. Line it with baking paper, put the mix in, and then press it down and refrigerate. I would recommend overnight before you pull it out and slice it, but obviously I needed to film it for this video. But yeah, give it overnight if you can. Then I've also got this garlic chicken and mozzarella. With this one, my oven is still on, and the oven was still cooking the breakfast bake casserole type thing. As soon as that breakfast bake's done, I want this dish ready to go straight in the oven. And I just kept the temperature the same as well. If you're new to seeing my meal prep videos, you'll notice that I don't add measurements for absolutely everything, and that's because I feel like you should add things to taste, for example, the seasonings and that sort of stuff. So this has been in for 35 minutes. I'm taking that out now, and then I'm going to put the chicken and mozzarella into the oven, and Ducky was so jealous. Just gonna make some boiled eggs because it's an easy low carb snack to have on hand. I feel like everyone knows how to boil eggs, so I'm not gonna talk through that. I am just gonna say though, this isn't everything that I eat in a day. Like the stuff that I've prepped is about 3 days worth of food, but I obviously have other snacks and things like that. I've got this taco mince meal. I've served it with avocado, and I also added sour cream when I was serving it as well, just to add some extra fats in there again. Yeah, like I was saying, not everything that I eat in a day. I do add some more high fat snacks and things like that in, just like nuts, nut butters, all of that kind of thing. And often with the dishes, I will go through and add either more vegetables or something like that when I do go to serve it, because some of them vegetables don't last well in meal prep. I'm just putting some frozen veggies in with the chicken, even though the chicken's hot, because that'll go in the fridge, and then when I heat it all back up, the vegetables will heat back up when I reheat the chicken. Just makes it easy. The slice was yum, but it was definitely way too much for me. It'd probably be good if you had like a group of people that were sharing it, but I only ate a couple of the pieces and then I just gave some away. I hope you guys are doing really well though, and don't forget to hit subscribe if you're new. I will keep doing these meal prep videos, and don't forget to catch the PCOS vlog series and I'll explain more about the low carb stuff. See you guys!